Hello to all traders and welcome back to the market review brought to you by Orbex. So as you can see on the chart for gold, we did take a step back in yesterday's session, moving roughly around $100 to the downside after hitting another fresh peak. This is on the back of a peace deal that's been brokered in the Middle East, and hopefully will continue into next week and finally come to an end. But in the meantime, as you can see here, we had a bit of a jump lower, but from the early Asian and Australian session, we've had another pop of $50, and now 4,000 becomes the firm resistance in price action. But let's just take this on the 1 hour chart because it's a little bit more easier to see the movement here. As you can see, we did test and flirt with this record high once again. A lot of traders were thinking that 4,100 was going to be the next target, but obviously since the peace deal was brokered yesterday, we're just seeing now that prices are slightly creeping higher, and safe haven assets across the board did take a little bit of a hit. Not silver though. Just take a quick look on silver, because that actually recouped all of its losses and is now heading for another yearly high above 51, which is quite remarkable. So we are expecting gold to potentially do this as well, especially as seeing a nice bounce off the RSI over sold zone, which means that prices were naturally going to start moving a little bit higher. We'll wait and see how much higher they can go, but if we just look on the daily chart, just been phenomenal movement to the upside. This is probably one of the foolish bearish candles we've had yesterday for quite a while. If we go all the way back to the base of this bullish rally here, we're just seeing now slight bearish candlesticks, but nothing too crazy to worry about. This was a 2-day bearish candlestick which got a few traders worried, but as you can see, completely shrugged that off and now moving to record highs. So we could be seeing that again, you never know. Just a quick look on the dollar, because on the daily chart we are now progressing nicely. Okay, we're not getting anywhere near the end of year and the beginning of this year's price movements that we saw at the 110 area, but prices are moving slightly higher, and obviously and naturally the 100 area will be the next firm resistance, which is the last peak and the last swing high as well. So just keep an eye out for that. We're just waiting to see now if prices are going to start moving higher. We've seen a little bit of a bearish divergence on the dollar here, which could start seeing a little bit of a pullback as well, which isn't really out of the question, especially with the Fed a little bit undecided. They're probably going to start cutting interest rates, but there is a big hesitancy about that in next month's meeting, but we'll wait and see. The next time around meeting, but we'll wait and see if that comes into fruition. But at the moment, it's all about gold, what direction it's going to go in. On intraday wise, we're just seeing now that prices are steadily trying to trim back their losses. Just have to wait and see how much that's going to be. But obviously the fundamentals are really driving it at the moment. This peace deal in the Middle East is looking likely that it will hold. Hopefully it does. But that obviously spells a little bit more of a fluctuation in prices for safe haven assets such as metals and other commodities as well. So let me know what you're trading on. Where do you think gold is going to next? And what about the government shutdown? Is that going to end anytime soon? We'll have to wait and see. But as usual, we'll bring you all the latest other fundamentals and technicals on our Telegram and YouTube channel. So stick with us, stay ahead, trade responsibly, and we'll speak again next time. Bye for now.